Have you ever walked into a room so dark that even your shadow refused to stay, yet somehow there is that one plant in the corner, looking fresh like it sleeps in sunlight for a living? What if I told you there are a few houseplants that actually enjoy the darkness and grow even better when the sun forgets they exist? Today I am about to show you 4 plants that survive where most others give up, and the fourth one will definitely make you look at your darkest room differently. Welcome back to Gardens Heaven. It is always good to have you here. And if you are new, you just stepped into the calmest garden corner on YouTube, where we grow beauty without stress or big spending. I am really glad you are here because today's list is not the usual plants you hear about every day. These are the quiet champions that can live in rooms you probably think are too dark for anything green. Before we dive in, do me a small favor. If you love affordable garden ideas and simple plant tips that actually work, tap the like button so this video can reach more garden lovers. And if you want to turn your home into a peaceful green space without spending too much, make sure you subscribe and stay with our Gardens Heaven family. Let's grow this place together. Plant 1, Aspidistra. The night-loving cast iron plant. Our first quiet survivor is the Aspidistra, also called the cast iron plant, but I like to call it the night shift worker, because this plant performs its best job when every other plant has signed out. Most plants get dramatic when light becomes low. Not this one. The Aspidistra was built for shadow. It has thick, steady leaves that feel like they have lived through things most houseplants would never survive. Even if you forget to water it for a while, or place it in a corner sunlight barely remembers, it still holds itself together and grows slowly with confidence. This is a plant that rewards neglect in a strange but beautiful way. What many people do not know is that this plant became famous decades ago in old homes where electricity was weak and rooms stayed dim. Most of the day, people noticed it simply refused to die. That quiet strength is the same reason modern plant lovers keep bringing it back. When you place an Aspidistra in a dark hallway or a low-lit bedroom, it does something interesting. It softens the space. Its leaves catch whatever little light is available and reflect it in a deep calming green that makes the room feel more alive than it really is. It is like putting a pocket of steady energy in a place that normally feels dull. And here is the real magic. The Aspidistra does not grow fast, but every new leaf it produces feels like a reward. It teaches patience without punishing you for mistakes. It tolerates irregular watering. It handles dusty corners. It manages forgotten fertilizer schedules. It is one of those plants that quietly whispers, "Relax. I am not going anywhere." If you want greenery without stress, or you have a room that sunlight has abandoned, this plant will surprise you with how dependable it is. Just give it a pot, a small drink of water now and then, and it will stay loyal. Plant 2, Zamioculcas zamiifolia. The shadow-powered ZZ plant. The ZZ plant is that friend who walks into a dark room, sits down quietly, and somehow ends up looking better than everything else there. This plant was born for places where sunlight barely passes through. Its leaves have a natural glossy shine that makes it look polished even when you have not touched it for weeks. What makes the ZZ plant special is the secret it stores underground. It has thick root structures that hold water, so even if you forget to water it for a long stretch, it simply taps into its reserves and keeps going. That is why people call it one of the toughest indoor plants you can own. Most viewers know the ZZ plant as a slow grower, but what they do not realize is that the slow growth is actually a sign of its survival intelligence. Plants that grow fast usually depend heavily on bright light. The ZZ plant does the opposite. It conserves energy. It stretches its stems gently and calmly, even in very dark corners. If you place it in a windowless bathroom, a corridor with no natural light, or a bedroom that only sees daylight for a few minutes, it still maintains its glossy leaves. Instead of trying to chase light, it adapts and thrives in silence, which is something very few houseplants can do. Now here is the quiet beauty of having a ZZ plant in a dark room. It brings a subtle elegance that makes the space look intentional, not forgotten. The stems grow upright like calm green spears, giving the room a balanced, organized feel without trying too hard. And this plant does not complain about missed watering days or skipped fertilizer. It forgives everything. You only need to give it water when the soil dries out completely, and it will reward you with a steady presence that makes your home look well cared for, even during your busiest weeks. If you want a plant that respects your time, loves your dark spaces, and still manages to look stunning, the ZZ plant is one of the best choices you can make. Before we move to the next plant, let me ask you something. If you are enjoying this list so far, and you are already thinking about which corner of your home needs a new plant friend, go ahead and tap the like button. It helps the video reach more people who struggle with dark rooms just like you. And while you are at it, tell me in the comments which room in your home needs a plant that actually enjoys low light. I love reading your comments. And if you are not yet part of our Gardens Heaven family, hit the subscribe button so you do not miss the next plant on this list. Trust me, the last one will surprise you. Plant 3. Aglaonema. The quiet color artist that thrives in dim rooms. Aglaonema is one of those plants that looks too pretty to survive in darkness, but that is exactly why it surprises so many people. Most plants lose their color when the light is low, but the Aglaonema holds its patterns like a painting that refuses to fade. Some varieties even blush with soft pink or silver tones, and they keep that beauty even when the room is far from bright. This plant was made for dim corners, and the way it manages to stay colorful without sitting beside a sunny window is nothing short of impressive. It is the plant you use when you want a dark room to feel intentional and warm. A lot of people think Aglaonema is delicate because of its fancy leaves, but the truth is the plant is incredibly forgiving. It does not demand attention. It does not throw tantrums when you miss a watering day. And most interestingly, it prefers to stay away from direct sunlight because too much sun actually burns its leaves. So, when you place it in a low-lit living room, a hallway that barely sees daylight, or even an office space with weak bulbs, it settles down comfortably and slowly fills the area with gentle, calm color. It is a plant that transforms a dull space without asking for much in return. What makes Aglaonema such a good choice for dark rooms is the atmosphere it creates. It brings softness, it brings quiet color, it brings that feeling of freshness even when everything else in the room feels still. And with just a little care, watering only when the top of the soil dries, and keeping it away from harsh light, it rewards you with steady new leaves over time. Many people say this plant feels like a peaceful friend in the corner, and that is exactly what it is. If you want something beautiful yet low maintenance, Aglaonema is a perfect fit. Plant 4. Sansevieria Moonshine. The silver blade that grows in near darkness. The Moonshine Sansevieria is not the regular snake plant everyone knows. This one carries a soft silver glow on its leaves that makes it look like it has been brushed by moonlight. What makes it perfect for dark rooms is that its beauty does not fade when the light is low. Instead of stretching or losing color, the leaves hold their calm silver tone and stand tall like silent blades. This plant was designed for neglect in the best way possible. It grows slowly, it stays firm, and even in deep shade it continues to look sharp and elegant without any sign of stress. A lot of people think silver-toned plants must be kept in bright areas, but the moonshine challenges that completely. It handles poor lighting better than many traditional snake plants. It stores moisture in its thick leaves, so even if you forget to water it for weeks, it simply holds on and waits. And because it grows vertically, it fits perfectly into narrow corners, windowless bathrooms, and low-lit bedrooms without taking up much space. You can tuck it beside your wardrobe, near your reading chair, or at the edge of your desk, and it will still stand out with that gentle glow. There is something about the moonshine that changes the feeling of a dark room. It adds a clean, modern look without needing bright light to shine. It gives the room a calm presence, almost like a quiet guardian in the corner. And the best part is how easy it is to care for. No complicated routine, just water lightly when the soil dries completely and avoids overwatering. It does not need fertilizer often. It does not need pruning. It simply exists beautifully. If you want a unique plant that looks expensive, survives low light, and still catches the eye the moment someone enters the room, the Moonshine Sansevieria is a perfect ending to this list. And there you have it. 4 plants that refuse to give up even when the light is gone. If your home has that one room you keep avoiding because it feels too dark for anything to survive, now you have options that actually enjoy that kind of space. These plants do not only stay alive, but they also make your home feel calmer, greener, and more welcoming without demanding too much from you. If you found a plant today that you would love to try, let me know in the comments. I always enjoy hearing the ones you pick. And if you learned something new, or you just enjoyed spending this time here in Gardens Heaven, please give this video a like. It really helps the channel grow. If you are not yet part of our family, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another simple, peaceful garden tip. Thank you for spending your time with me today. I appreciate you more than you know. Until the next video, keep your space green, keep your mind calm, and remember, even the darkest rooms can still grow something beautiful.